no handshake.
I want to start by addressing
Hello everyone, my name is Andrea Rhizqy. I'm from class 11E and my absent number is number 5. Today is going to be my online campaign, and today the urgency that I have is to create literature as the basis amount of foundation in our own nation based on the few current urgencies, which is to foster empathy, to critical thinking, and to preserve our own history. Check it out. Literature is not really just merely a collection of works around arts or work around novels. No, literature is the basis of foundation in our very own younger generation. Why do we say this? One of the most compelling reasons to acknowledge the fact that literature is that important, we need to look back at the benefits it would bring. Literature brings you stories, it brings you diverse cultures, and it brings you diverse characters from various stories. This would create the greater amount of analysis for the younger generations to do. On what? On creating analysis, basing through critical thinking on how they would interpret this story on their own behalf. This would not only trigger critical thinking, but it would also trigger to foster their own empathy. This is the second benefit of having literature as the main focus point of education. Literature fosters empathy. Why do we say this? Because empathy itself comes from the relation of other people in accordance of an art, in accordance of giving out their feelings and analyzation. Literature brings all of this to the table and more. Thirdly, what is the main reason of why we should preserve literature? Literature itself preserves our own history of our own nation. Very much of our own nation in Indonesia has their own set of cultures, has their own set of history. Without literature, all of these cultures and all of these histories would just be lost to time. Noticing also the fact that Indonesia has the lowest base amount of literacy rate in the whole world is quite frightening at the fact that even our own nation is at that low. Even when our nation is also trying to strive for creating a golden generation in Indonesia 2045. This is one of the greatest urgency we have in order to focus more on literature on the basis of education for both the younger generations and for the newer generations to come then, in order to create a far more sustainable environment and a far more sustainable nation.